guys, welcome to another episode of R35 Life. We are sitting in the 2010 Nissan GTR. It's been a little while. I haven't really been able to drive it all that much at all recently, actually, due to a couple issues that came up that are still present. So I'm going to go over those in a little while, but first, she needs her legs stretched, so we are heading out to Huntington Beach. Supercars by the Sea throws a pretty cool supercar event. I think it's like once a month or once every 2 weeks or something like that. So let's go check that Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed those cars. It was pretty cool. I'm still down here in Huntington Beach. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. It was kind of a small show. They just have like one sectioned parking lot of the beach off for the show. So pretty cool though. Centenario, a couple other Lambos. There's a Ford GT and LFA, a lot of cool stuff. So the problems with the GTR. Now, unfortunately, they're not things that I can show you per se, unless I had the car up on a lift. It's still drivable. I drove it 30 miles here. I'm going to drive it 30 miles back. But the issue number one, the front two axle boots, both sides, left and right, are torn, which means grease is pouring out of them little by little, which means once those go dry, obviously I shouldn't be putting the car under a whole lot of pressure without properly lubricated axles, right? So that's the first problem. I've already ordered them. They actually are already in. I'm just waiting for my mechanic to actually be able to install them. So hopefully next week, if not the week after. Number two, it's really hot in here right now. So I can turn on the AC. The problem is when it blows air, it's not blowing cold at all. So it's basically blowing hot air all over you. The issue is we've already checked that there's power going to the compressor, but the compressor clutch that actually switches on and goes through the condenser and actually brings cold air is not activating whatsoever. Now Nissan decided to say, hey, we don't sell the compressor clutch by itself anymore. If you want a new one, you have to buy a whole brand new compressor. So that's really annoying, but I bought it. So that with the axle boots ended up being about $1,600 total. So those are at home waiting to be driven. So in California, when it's in the valley 100 to 105 degrees every day this past week, I have not been able to drive the car whatsoever. I don't want the axle boots to be leaking even more. So until then, you know, I don't want to put any danger on this car more than it already has with the power. And then the last thing is I got new coilovers. Again, kind of hard to show you. I'll probably post some pictures of them, but with new coilovers, and I have not yet aligned the car. I don't want to put too much pressure on the tires, end up uneven wear, and we're hitting the track to test the coilovers next month. So, a couple cool things coming up. I will definitely be getting video of that, but for now, the use on the GTR is going to be fairly light, other than, you know, just driving it around and getting it warmed up every couple of weeks or so. But anyway, hope you enjoyed today's episode. I will see you guys soon.